Hello, and welcome to Nebraska Statewide Arboretum's production greenhouse at the Agriculture Research and Extension Center here in Mead, Nebraska. I'm Hanna Pinneo, the Interim Executive Director for NSA, and I'll be joined by Bob Henrickson, our Director of Horticulture. Bob's going to give us a tour of the greenhouse today. This is where it all begins. In the dead of winter, Bob and other NSA staff, as well as dedicated volunteers, come out here and start germinating and planting the seeds that make it out into your gardens and to communities throughout the state as part of our planting projects. Let's head inside.
Hi everyone, I'm Bob Henrickson. Welcome to the Nebraska Statewide Arboretum Greenhouse. Glad you could make it up here with us today. I just want to show you the process we go through in growing our little babies for sales. We have a variety of seeds here that we collect. We have tree seeds from something like the Ohio buckeye. We have seeds from the red oak. So some seeds are large, other seeds are very tiny. We also gather seeds from prairie plants, and if you look closely, there's 3 different types of seeds here. Some of the seed is even as fine as dust. So what we do is we sow that seed way back in mid-December, because in order for that seed to germinate, it has to go through a cold treatment first. So we take these flats, fill them with soil, and then we sow the seed in those flats and let them sit in a cooler that's set at 38 degrees for at least 60 days. And then we haul all of those seed flats up here to a warm greenhouse in late February where they're allowed to germinate and grow. Some of these are starting to germinate already. And in fact, I can pull one out here and show you. This is a young hazelnut, and you can see the little nut there, but there's the root system already starting to grow. You can see the sprout here, only 1 month old, so pretty impressive how fast they grow. This is an oak from a chinkapin oak. You can see that acorn starting to sprout roots. It'll send up a shoot in the next weeks or so. But this seed is important. We collect seed throughout Nebraska from unique native populations. Private landowners let us on their property. We're very appreciative of them letting us on their property. We collect from local prairies, but some of the seed we also get from wholesale growers that specialize in native plants, both trees, shrubs, and prairie plants. So we get them from a variety of sources, and in any given one year, we're easily growing over 100 species of prairie plants, trees, and shrubs here from our little arboretum. So the next step, after things start to germinate, we have to transplant that. And if you come with me, I'll show you how we get that done. All right, well, the next step in the greenhouse, we have all of those seed flats we brought up. As I mentioned, over 100 different species, probably at least 70 different seed flats to start with. And we bring them up to the greenhouse in late February. And within a week, things are starting to sprout. And as they sprout, as you can see, we have thousands of little seedlings that need to be transplanted. We take those little seedlings and transplant them into individual pots like this. You can see the little baby growing there. And we grow probably at least over 6,000 different individual plants every year. So you can imagine that's a lot of work getting those transplanted. So thankfully, we have a dedicated group of volunteers that finds their way up to the greenhouse every year and helps us transplant. In any given one day, we could transplant 1,000 little plants. So without their hard work and dedication in helping us out, there's no way possible we would get this done. So thank you, volunteers, for helping the Statewide Arboretum. Yay! And they love it because they get up in a warm greenhouse, because it's still late winter. They get up in a warm greenhouse, they get their hands in the dirt, and they know they're helping the Statewide Arboretum make a difference out there in people's landscapes. But the work doesn't stop there. I'll take you to the next step. Okay, all the little seedlings were transplanted into little bitty individual pots, right? Well, the work doesn't stop there. Now we have all of them, and as you can see, they're pretty small, so we have to give them a little TLC before they're ready to go for your landscape. So we grow them up, keep them watered, of course. We fertilize once a week, and eventually these little plants grow up into a size that's ready for the landscape. After these plants are grown up, we basically haul all of them back to Lincoln, and we set them up in what's called a shade house. And that shade house is outdoors, which kind of gets the plants ready for those outdoor conditions like wind and sun, but mainly the wind. We like to call ourselves the statewide arboretum. Have plants, will travel. And so these plants, once they get back to Lincoln, then we set them up for plant sales. And those plant sales can be to individuals, people that are looking for native plants in their landscape. It can be for our members that are also very into resilient landscaping and making a difference, but also landscape grant projects. We do grant projects in communities throughout Nebraska, from Falls City to Chadron and all points in between, have had landscape projects come from this greenhouse, and we're proud of that. Once we get these back to Lincoln and get them set up, we're ready for you to come and get your plant material to create your own resilient landscape. Once we get all the plants grown and brought back to Lincoln, our focus of the statewide arboretum is to get native plant material into our landscapes to provide ecological services and to create more resilient landscapes. So the plant material that we provide is for the public that is looking for native plant sources, and for our members, but also to distribute this plant material through grant programs. And what this allows us to do is to demonstrate and test this plant material to see how it does in landscapes, and so the people can see these plants planted and know how they can use them themselves in their own backyard. And we're also proud that we hire a UNL intern. Every year we have one intern that comes and helps me acquire these plants, propagate these plants, grow these plants, and then distribute these plants to sales to our members. But they also get out in public landscape projects, meet a lot of great people that are trying to make a difference in their own community. So we're proud of what we do at the statewide arboretum. I appreciate your time coming up to the Arboretum Greenhouse and visiting us today. You have a great day, and may the green side be up.
We hope you enjoyed this look around NSA's greenhouse. Horticulture is just one of our main focus areas. We also inspire people to improve their lives, their communities, and their surroundings through education. We partner with local communities to address environmental challenges through planting projects. And we empower communities to create local gardens that not only bring people together, but that demonstrate beauty and sustainability. You're here today because you desire purposeful beauty. You desire a landscape that will support people, communities, and wildlife. We can help you do that. Please consider supporting NSA today through donations, memberships, and our plant sales, because purposeful beauty needs purposeful support. Visit our website, plantnebraska.org, to learn more about becoming a member, a donor, and about our plant sales. Thank you for coming, and we'll see you in the garden.